about growing your online presence so you can grow your business. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about Facebook, and specifically about how Facebook has changed from using reviews, where you could leave a 5-star review, all the way up to, 1 to 5 stars, and they've changed that into recommendations. So what does that mean? How does it work? And most importantly, how is that going to affect your business, your appearance online, and how you ask for reviews from your customers? Okay, here we go again. So this is my Tree Care Marketing Solutions page, and you can see here, if you go to reviews, and you can see here that is leaving a recommendation of some sort, but this isn't what it used to be. It used to have stars, and it would show you, you have 5 out of 5 stars. And now what you're seeing instead is this little blue circle with a number in it. And that is now the recommendation. So if you're seeing this for the first time, what Facebook is doing is they're giving you some information on it. So if you're on your business page, and notice this only shows up for businesses, if you go down here to learn more, and it will show you, learn what this is all about. And it will walk you through that. Now, Facebook claims that this is making it easier for your customers to leave reviews. And in some ways that might be true. And the way that they're making that easier is whenever anybody tags your business in a post or in a photo, Facebook automatically pops up a little box and says, do you want to recommend this business? And the person has the opportunity to say, yes, I do, or no, I don't want to recommend them at this time. So the good side to that is that may be giving you more opportunity to collect reviews from customers who otherwise would not go to your Facebook page and leave a review there. So perhaps that's going to be a good thing. So how does this work? Let me show you this on another page. Now, this is another company. This is a tree care company. I have no affiliation with this company, just so you know, but they have a good rating, so we're going to use this as an example. So you can see here they have a 4 out of 4.9. Now, it's unclear how that is calculated. Facebook doesn't tell us that. It used to be pretty obvious, right? The number of reviews you got, you took the average score. And now that's not how it does it. So let me read you what Facebook is saying. All right, so Facebook is saying that the rating is based on how many people recommend or don't recommend the page, as well as any past ratings and reviews that you may have. People can influence the business's ratings by leaving a recommendation on its page or recommending it to their friends on Facebook. So, okay, but that doesn't tell you. Now, a recommendation is simply a yes or a no. It's not a rating anymore. So how do they give a rating, a number, based on just a simple yes or a no? Do they consider a yes to be a 5 and a no to be a 1 or something like that? It's not clear, and they haven't told us that yet. So I'll keep you posted on that as we learn more. But for now, not sure how that number comes about. Now, it's interesting that what it says is it's based on the opinion of 39 people. In this case, for this particular business page, which suggests that 39 people have left a review or a recommendation of some sort. Great. But when you go over here, it says it has been recommended by 15 people. Okay, does that mean that another 24 people did not recommend it? That's kind of what it suggests, right? 39 people, I don't know, right? Nobody knows at this point, because when you go and take a look at this page and you scroll down at the reviews and recommendations, it shows both the reviews that we used to be able to give with the 5 stars, and it shows recommendations. That's these ones here with the little red dialog box type thing with the star in it. That's a recommendation. That's a positive recommendation. If it was gray, that would be a negative recommendation, or a no, I don't recommend this company. And when I scroll through here, I see 33 recommendations here, either 5-star or yes recommendations. So why does it say recommended by 15 people only when there are 33 there? And what happened to those other 6 people that gave their opinion here to create this 4.9 rating? So as you can see, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about how this actually works. Facebook just rolled this out to us in the green industry in August, so just a little while ago, and we're still learning how it's going to work. I would recommend that you really keep an eye on this and make sure that what you're seeing makes sense. Because what they have done this time, Facebook, is they've said they're making it easier for you to remove inappropriate or harassing or just plain fake reviews from your Facebook page. In the past, it was really difficult. I mean, sooner or later, everybody is going to get a fake review or a crappy review that isn't true. And it's been very difficult to deal with it in the past. Now, they've made it supposedly easier for you to report those, and that they are saying that the process by which they decide which reviews should stay and which ones they're going to remove is more transparent. Jury's still out on that, but let me quickly show you how that works. So if we take a look here at a review on my tree care marketing page, this was a review left. If I simply go and click right here on the, let me see if I can zoom in on this a little, no? On these 3 little buttons here, it allows me to report the post. And it'll ask me at a high level, it has nothing to do with this page, or I think it shouldn't be on Facebook. Either it's fake, basically, or it's inappropriate, it's harassing, it's showing racially insensitive comments. They have a whole bunch of nudity, violence, harassment, suicide, drugs, hate speech, any of those sorts of things. They also say that you can get a review, at least reviewed and hopefully removed, if it is unfair or not relevant. They don't define for us what an unfair recommendation would be. So I, at this point, don't know. So one more thing to look at, but that's how you would go about reporting a review that you think is inappropriate. So how do people leave a review? What do they see when they are asked to leave a review? And here you can see it's, let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, so over here on the right-hand side, do you recommend this company? Yes or no? If you click on yes, it pops up a little dialog box that says, what do you recommend about this company? If you said no, it pops up a little dialog box that says, how could they improve? Couple of things to note here. First of all, you have to write something. Facebook is requiring at least 25 characters to be typed in there. And you can use emojis as it shows up right here, but it has to be at least 25 characters. It can be total junk, but it has to be 25 characters. And as you see here, it'll say, posts must be at least 25 characters, which means that you can't leave these sort of blanket yes or no recommendations. You used to be able to do that with star ratings. You could leave a star rating and not say anything. That's not possible anymore. So in that way, the new recommendation system might be a little more helpful. At least it's helpful to you. You know what people liked and didn't like, and you can use that information and their words in your marketing. You can also take these recommendations and use them on your website as testimonials. So this is going to provide a richer source of information and social proof that you can use on your website. So that's a plus, right? What the person then has the opportunity to do is decide, do they want this recommendation to be seen publicly, like everybody can see it? Do they want only their friends to see it? Or they have more options. So down here, they could say, only they are going to see it. It's unclear at this point whether that means it's still going to show up on your page. I assume your business page, that it's going to have to show up there somewhere, because as the business owner, how are you going to know what the reviews or recommendations are if it doesn't show up on your page? What I believe this means is that it will not show up on the reviewers, the individuals' timeline or on their Facebook profile anywhere. So just something to note, that people get to decide where it's going to be shown. Okay. And that right now is probably the biggest things that we're seeing. What does this mean for you and your business in terms of getting reviews or recommendations? Well, right now, I'd say I hope you are still asking for those reviews. You should be asking everybody who you have provided services or products for to review you. And right now, the best places still are Google My Business, if you are a local business or service area provider, and Facebook. Now, instead of making people go to your page to the review section, you can just tell them, hey, tag me, and you'll get asked to leave a recommendation. So that's another option for people. Also, remember to remind them what makes a good recommendation. Ask them to describe what the service was that you provided or the product that they purchased, and say a few words about it, rather than just saying, XYZ company was great, love them. Right? That's not a very useful review. So now that they are required to actually say something, 25 characters, ask them, tell them to do that. Okay. What this means for things like, it used to be that those star ratings would show up on your Facebook listing in the Google search results. Now, we're not sure. It's not a rating anymore. So those stars might go away. And if you start to notice that, let me know, because I'm really curious to see if that is happening. I've heard some reports that people are starting to see their Facebook profile show up without those star ratings. And what that does is it has a negative impact on click-through rates. You're more likely to sort of click on something that has 5 stars or 4-star rating as opposed to something that has nothing. So, jury's still out. We'll see if there is an impact on click-through rates from search over to your Facebook business page. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that, and this is not in the green industry yet, which is why I didn't mention it, but in hospitality, restaurants, hotels, things like that, what you're seeing is when people leave you a recommendation and they're starting to type something in, they're given the option to choose from a variety of tags that are relevant to that industry. Facebook calls those Rich Endorsements, and you can just simply click on them. So those would be things like nice ambiance or long waiting line or dirty rooms or something like that. They haven't yet extended that to our industry. I expect that at some point they will, and those tags will be relevant, I hope, because, long waiting line and dirty rooms doesn't really apply in the green industry. So look for those to come. I think it's probably just a matter of time before you start seeing those. So that's what we know right now about Facebook's recommendations. If you have questions, please ask. Come over and join us on Facebook on the Green Industry Marketing Group, where we're just talking about marketing for the green industry. And if you like this video, don't forget, leave it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You can do that on the button right down below. This show happens every Wednesday at 1 Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific. So I hope I see you next week. Bye for now.